Well, hello friends. Welcome back to Race Creek Cards. I've had a hard time getting into this Christmas in July thing this year, and I think it is because we have such a hot, muggy summer, and it's like, oh, it's so hard to think about Christmas. But it has its benefits because that means cooler temps. So, onward and upward. I am featuring a die cut from Spellbinders. It's simply called Joy. It's just a die set. You get 9 dies in this set. And let me give you a heads up. They originally released this in 2019. It is on clearance for $11. Run, do not walk. If you like what you see, and if you like what you see today as we put this card together, I'm going to open this up. I put it into a case already because I wanted to show you that when you get the package, they're all on this plastic sheet, and I haven't removed these 2 dies, but I wanted to show you how easy they are to get off. Maybe if I tilt this just right, you can see those little strips of like cellophane tape. I want you to see how easy it is to get that off. Look at that. It's so easy. It's got a little bit of thickness. It's double-sided tacky. No residue on the die. I love that. I can't tell you how many times I have gotten dies and you're literally ripping them off of the cardstock that they are attached to. I'm going to do it one more time so you know that wasn't a fluke. But every one of these, I mean, look at that. I love that. They're good quality dies. $11? Come on. If you want something different for your Christmas cards this year and something that is so super easy to use, you can't go wrong with this. And I am saving this because I could use it for masking while I'm doing ink blending, maybe masking on a stencil. I can dab off any excess ink when I'm ink blending, and this will just rinse right off to be used over and over again. So for me, that was kind of like getting a freebie. At least that's the way I looked at it. All right, today's card is going to be traditional and non-traditional colors. You already have a hint. I went with my Distress Oxide Peacock Feathers, and I ink blended a piece of accent opaque cardstock. It is one of those well-known secrets. I know that sounds like a contradiction. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this cardstock. I want you to look how thick that is. You can get 200 sheets of this off of Amazon for around $20, $21. It ink blends. It's I don't know. The GSM, I want to say, is like 271, and the GSM, I am learning, is what you really want to look at. Not so much whether it's 100 pound, 80 pound, whatever. But yeah, this is just amazing cardstock. I have so enjoyed it. You cannot beat that price point. For 200 sheets, let me grab my pack. I hadn't thought about doing it, so I didn't have it ready. So when I got it, of course, it came in a nice box, but it's accent opaque. 271 GSM, I do believe. And it is just, oh, it's amazing, amazing, amazing. 21 bucks, really? You wouldn't have to buy any more white cardstock for a very long time. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. I do not have a sample card already made. I'm going to open this back up because I need my Joy. Whoop, wrong end. And we don't want the wax tip. I need my Joy out of here because I ink blended the Pretty Peacock just to die cut my letters out of. And I have a piece of gold cardstock waiting in the wings so that we can die cut the main die here. And we'll get to that here in just a second. Let me bring this over, scooch some of this back. Bring in my Gina K Intricate. I'm so excited. I think it was last week, released her magnetic platform. And I've got one coming. It is going to be here Saturday. Right after I ordered mine, I turned around and I ordered 2 more for some good friends that also bought this Gina K Intricate. And I thought, I know them well enough to know they're going to want that magnetic platform. And so theirs won't be here by Saturday, but I will show it to you. I will do just a real quick short video and do the unboxing of it. And yeah, we'll explore it together. But I'm so excited. Yes, I got out one of my new Gina K cutting mats. I'm going to do my best to remember to just save this for doing videos. My other one is still going strong, but it's got a whole lot of ugly going on. So I thought, well, let's just go ahead and get out the new one. So it might be a little bit of eye candy for you. And I should have plenty of room here for this. Let's sketch that up there. I do. Alright, let's go ahead and get this die cut. Now, off camera, before starting the video, I did die cut 4 red flowers and 4, well, looks like 2 of them got together there. There we go. And 4 of the peacock feathers holly. Okay, I'm not doing the traditional green. But I think teal has been slowly becoming my new favorite color. Let me get this out, this out, this out. Oh, that's cute. That just stayed in there. Okay, well that's awesome. Well, looky there. Now there is another idea. All right, you know where I'm going with that. Okay, so that may need mean another video at some point. And just for the minute, if I can get this out of here. There we go. Just gonna lay that there. Let me get my other things out, and we will get ready to die cut the big die, because I want to show you how pretty it is die cut. Now, when I tell you I don't have a sample card, I don't. What I do have is my very first play with it. And there were things about it I liked, and there were things about it I did not like. So I'll show that to you here real quick. So here, I found some old Stampin' Up! Gold foil that had that wood grain. And, I'm such a visual person. I have to see it to know if it's going to work. And while it was okay, I just didn't really love it. And then I had some, it's a retired color now, Evening Evergreen glimmer paper. And I thought, well, let's see how that would look. Didn't really like that too well. And you'll notice when I cut out the O just now, it cut out into 2 pieces. And I thought, well, okay, you're supposed to kind of butt them up with each other. But I don't think so. I went to their website again and was kind of looking, and I think there's supposed to be a little bit of a gap in between the 2 pieces, and so that's what we'll do for today. But no, I never did go ahead and mount this because I'll save it in my case as an idea of what not to do the next time I get this set back out. But I love this. Love it. All right, let me get my cutting mat back up here. And I found a piece of brushed metallic gold, also Stampin' Up. Guys, you're going to see me using a little bit of Stampin' Up stuff here and there. I mean, I did it for several years. I've got a lot of their stuff that normally would not have ever been put on a video because it was retired. But we all have access to this metallic cardstock. Anybody and everybody has got their version of it. You can even go to Walmart and find it. Oh, can I get that off of there? Maybe. There we go. I'm trying to learn not to dig with my fingers every time I turn around. It's a hard lesson. But I found this scrap, pulled it out. Oh, I hope that's big enough. I just assumed it would be. Ooh, that's a little small, isn't it? Ooh, let me see. Is there any way I have room to tilt that a little bit without it cutting off? I think I might be able to get away with that. Man, just barely. Just barely. I'm looking. I think that might be okay. Don't really have room to tilt that, do I? And did I bring that stuff in here? Well, let me get my pack back out. Well, that's copper. I need gold. All right, here. I've got some other gold. It's not the same. Oh my heavens, I really thought that was going to be big enough, and it's not. So I've got this piece right here. I'm going to cut it very quickly. I'm going to cut that. Let's go to 3.5. That's going to be overkill, but at least I know it'll be big enough. You can see how the brush gold is different than the regular metallic gold. And again, that was some Stampin' Up gold foil sheets. I have no idea when I bought it, guys. I have no idea. Don't know. Well, we're going to go ahead and cut this out, and I do want to sketch it over. I try to save, you know, even little stars and little snowflakes and things can be die cut from even the smallest scrap. So I try not to be wasteful. We're going to get this die cut, and we're going to start putting everything together. Okay. All right, let me do that. Put this over. Do the reveal. Here we go. Ah, love this. Let me put my die back over here. I've got my case open over there to the side. I'm going to start punching this out. Ever so carefully, but kind of quickly. Let's get this going. I just love this. $11, guys. I've only said that 3 or 4 times by now. 11 bucks. Come on. There we go. Let me put that precious scrap to the side. And I'm looking to see what may not have punched out. There we go. There's that one. That one. That one. Okay. Okay. Got one there. Got a couple of them down here, and we are good. Oh my. All right, let me double check. Once I have it glued down, it's not the time to realize and see that I missed something. Okay, got that. This. I'm just going to dump this in the floor. I got to vacuum anyway. I've got a card class As you're watching this, I am probably going out the door to get ready to go and get set up. And then Saturday, oh, I'm so looking forward to Saturday. I am doing the Hero Arts Summer Stamp Along. I've already got all my goodies here. I've been doing a little bit of homework, kind of prep a little bit for the classes. It is just going to be awesome. So what I decided on trying to do, you know, even before I started watching Gina K, and she is famous for her black layers to make her cards pop. I also really liked having black layers to make my cards pop, but I didn't always use it, and still won't going forward. But my card base is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And this is actually Gina K black cardstock. I love this stuff. And it is cut 3 3/4 by 5. And I have a piece of, I'm calling it like an iridescent. I don't know if you can kind of pick up on the fact that there are just little shimmery colors. There's maybe some hints of purples and pinks and teals and all that in there. And believe it or not, and I bought this a few years ago at Walmart. It is Pen and Gear diamond print glitter inkjet cardstock. And I did get it to use in the printer. It works really well for that. And it was before, I want to say it was before Stampin' Up! Started doing the shimmer, glimmer cardstocks. And so then once they introduced theirs, I was buying that. And this just kind of got put to the side. But I ran across this and I thought, why am I not using that? And so this is cut 1/4 inch smaller, which would make this 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. Gonna lay that on top of there, and hopefully that'll all look good by the time we get everything put together. So let's go ahead and start with our letters. I don't want to lose my pieces. Got a man overboard here. Let me pick that up and get him back in here. There we go. And let's kind of lay this out together. I've done this one time. Oh, I think that teal and gold looks so pretty together. What do you guys think? You may not like it. You may wish it was green or some other color. And you know, I am going to bring in, let me get my silicone mat here. Glue and metallic foils don't always play together very nicely. So I think I'm just going to use some tape runner here. And I won't have to worry about it. Plus it helps me kind of hold on to it as I am getting ready to lay this in here. And make sure I get it straight. There we go. All right. Now, let me play with my O's here. And I don't guess it matters which one goes on which side. But I believe they meant for that to have just a little bit of a gap as a more artistic look. There we go. Okay, that works. So, let's pick these up and stick them over on the mat. Get them ready to go. Once I have them over here, I can flip it over. Flip it over. And let's go ahead and get our Y over here. All right. Hope everybody has been having a wonderful week. I do. So was it Monday? I think it was Monday. Is it Monday? No, actually it was yesterday. So yesterday for me was Wednesday. And I got up, well, that's not going to work. Let me sketch that a little bit. I can do that with the Gina K tape runner, guys. It is repositionable up to a point. All right, I can do that. It was overcast. It was decidedly cool. And there was a nice breeze. In fact, sometimes it just got downright gusty. So I had to water, and what a joy it was to water and not be just sweating buckets. That has just been such a struggle this year. All right, so now we have got that, and I'm going to bring my tweezers in, and I need to figure out, it's hard to see, but you do have a couple of them that are just a little bit bigger than the others. So let me kind of see what goes where. So this one will go here, and I know that, let me point this out to you, it's real easy if you order this. So right here, that holly leaf is kind of curved downwards, and so this one has got that little bit of downward curve. And what I am going to do is get my paper snips here, and I'm going to trim off that stem. I looked at some of their card making ideas on their website, and they had left the stem on, but for me, I am just going to go ahead and leave it off, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here, right there. What? That's more than a little. All right, got that squished out in an even layer. Put this on. Well, I swear on my time. Get that put on there. And it does line up perfectly. Well, I swear I may fail to line it up perfectly, but the die cuts are just ingenious. The way they have got these put together. There we go. It does totally perfectly cover. And then I'm going to take one of the other ones and cut this off. And let's see. There is right down here. Is that one gonna match up? Maybe. Let me give it a try. This may not. I don't quite think that's the one. I think it's gonna go right here. All right, we're getting there, guys. Bear with me. I am seriously thinking about starting up doing a live again. Do one live every week. Please let me know in the comments below if you would like to do that, because let me tell you guys, I enjoy seeing other people's lives. Did y'all catch yesterday, which will be Wednesday for you because I'm filming this on Thursday, Jennifer McGuire has a series that she started, I want to say a couple of months ago, and this series is called Hanging with Hero. I have not missed an episode. She started out showcasing and interviewing with Aaron Leventhal, who is the owner of Hero Arts, and discussing the history. Fascinating stuff, guys. If you're not watching it, you are missing out. You are really missing out. Fascinating. And the history that they had with Stampin' Up, etc., etc. So it's just been super. It has been phenomenal. And last night they had on Altenew. And it went over an hour, but I didn't care. And the chat was so lively, and people are just so encouraging and helpful and full of information. Whether you're with Gina K's when she's doing a live, or with Jennifer McGuire, any of those. And it is such a delight. And it is so much fun to see and interact and comment, have live comments. All right, I'm not getting that down there very well. Let me put a little bit more glue there. I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. And there's one more somewhere. Oh, yep, right here. Okay, and we'll be letting that glue kind of set up just a little bit. I'm trying to look and see if there is a particular way that needs to go. Don't know that there is. Kind of sketch that. I can see a little bit of the gold sticking out from underneath, which is fine. It does not detract at all. So let me see. Got this one here. There we go. So what are you thinking as the red and the teal is coming together with each other? Now, some of these petals, if I can show you, they're a little bit bigger and a little bit wider than some of the others. And so that's kind of what I'm looking at here to, you know, to get the best placement. Okay, we got that one. Yeah, I'm learning if I'll go ahead and pre-glue sometimes in some of these areas and the air is hitting it and it kind of wants to grab it a little bit for you instead of being so insanely slick. So there we go. We've got that. And there is one other thing I want to do, and I want to put some bling in the middle of the poinsettia. Now, you don't have to. It's just the way I decided to do it. And again, I've got some retired Stampin' Up! Bling here that I thought was perfect for this. It was called Adhesive Back Glitter Sequins, Blue, White, Old Olive. These are probably a couple of years old, I'm guessing. And yes, I went ahead and put glue in the middle of the flowers because I have learned not to always trust the adhesive that comes on the back of some of this. And I am beginning to actually prefer things that don't already have adhesive on there. But regardless of whether they do or not, I can't tell you how many of my sample cards I get ready to go through and some of the bling has fell off and I have to go looking for it. It just doesn't seem to hold up that well even in my craft room, and it makes me wonder when I mail a card to someone, does it get there intact or not? So anyway, I'm just going to start putting glue down, and then that way there I know it's going to be good. Had a little air bubble there. Okay. Oh, now. Come on. Get on here. But I thought this was perfect. I think there is not even anything there to grab a hold of. That one has the adhesive. Let's try this one more time. But I would love to start doing lives with you guys. I would love it. I missed it. I hated it when I was getting into the habit before and then I had to quit. So, yeah. But yeah, if you have not been watching those series, there's no card making going on. But it is utterly fascinating how they are discussing the history. History that, honestly, I am not part of because I have only been into card making for a total of 6 or 7 years. All right, let's go ahead and start laying down our layers. But so it was fascinating to me, and the history that Hero Arts and Stampin' Up! Had together. And then one of the episodes was with Gina Kay, and her history was Stampin' Up! Because she, once upon a time, was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I just thought that was glorious. It was awesome. But yeah, almost all the companies have some bit of a history with Stampin' Up. So, yeah. Alright, I've got that down. And then, did I tell you this piece here is 3.5 by 4 3/4. Just a 1/4 inch smaller than the 3 3/4 by 5. We're going to see how well this looks, since that other piece I played with never actually got onto a card front or a card base. Oh, what do you think, guys? Even before we glue it down, isn't that pretty and festive? I love it. All right, now this is going to be going on here. So, I do hope nobody heard that. My stomach is growling. I didn't realize I was hungry. Do y'all ever do that? You just kind of get in the zone and you just don't even realize that you're hungry. Do y'all ever forget to eat like I do? Sometimes it's 2 or 3 o'clock and it's like, oh yeah, I'm hungry. Oh yeah, I haven't ate today. Oh my, that is not healthy, guys. And I'm trying to get myself out of that habit. It can be kind of hard to do. All right. Let me make sure. I've got to hold it up. You know me. Make sure it's straight. It may not be totally perfectly centered, but I am so happy with that. I'm going to turn off this real bright light here. There we go. Because there's just so much shimmery goodness going on. And I was afraid it was washing out the colors. Do you like it? I love it. Now you can see that I did, when I sketched that over, there's a little bit of glue there. It is not going to dry sticky like Tombow would, because I used the Barely Art Glue. So that is not going to be a problem. And all I have to do is take my anti-static powder once all is dry, and I can tap over that and it will just go invisible. So, what do you think, guys? I love this. Now, let me bring this back. I think I've got all my dies back in here. So, you have one. This die here cuts out 2 of the holly leaves at one time. You have your flower, your joy. You have 2 sprigs of greenery if you want to add more greenery. You have all these little circles it will cut out for the middle of flowers. Like, you could really layer this up. You could really pile on extra foliage and flowers. You don't have to go by their basic design that they have right here. You don't. So, and here is an extra circle if you wanted to cut that out to put that in the middle of the joy. Don't we want to do that? I didn't even think about it. Let's do that. I've got plenty of room here where I did that ink blending. Let me turn my light back on so you can kind of see. And let's just do that very quickly and see, because you'll have seen it both ways. You will have seen it without the middle and with the middle. Get my cutting mat back over here. Am I on camera? Yes, I am. Yay. Lay that right there. Actually, I'm going to scooch this over here kind of close, because I might want to use some more of this at some point, maybe. I've got this kind of at the bottom. Should have really moved it up, I guess, but that's okay. Okay. And I love the suction on this. Do you see this? Oh, sorry, I made the camera shake. It doesn't go anywhere. I hold this out of habit. I don't have to. Love it. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, my die stuck to my platform. Alright, it's back in the case. And let me get this off of here. Pop this out. Let me see how this is going to look before we actually glue it down. Whoops, it moved. What do you think, guys? Do you like it better with that in the middle or without? Honestly, I like it better without. I do. I kind of don't want to put that in there after going to all that trouble. Leave me a comment, guys. Let me know which way you preferred it. And what do you think of the teal and the red together? I think that's pretty, and I think it's festive, and it's definitely Christmas. I didn't do anything to the inside of the card. I'm not going to at this point. I will cut another piece of cardstock to go on the inside, even though I want you to look at how sturdy this stuff is. Well, it's going to slide a little bit because it's a tent fold. But look at that. And that is that accent opaque. I love it. Now, I do still use my Nina Solar White 80 pound. It ink blends beautifully. And it's a good weight. It's not as thick as accent opaque. So, alright guys, until we meet again. I made myself do a Christmas in July video. I hope you guys have a very blessed weekend. Be safe. Know you are loved. God is good all the time. Bye.